What's up guys, Zami here, and you're watching Heavy Metal Pomp. Today I've got another product review for you. Here at Heavy Metal Pomp, I'm always reviewing products from the US or from Malaysia. I've only reviewed a handful of local products here in Singapore, and there's a very good reason for that. Most of the local pomade companies here usually sell white label gel types. And if you know me well enough, you know that I usually hate gel type pomades. Now Ziggy Supply, formerly known as Get Ziggy or Get Ziggy, used to be one of those companies. Used to. Martin just recently got into homebrewing, and today I've got one of his first homebrewed products. We're gonna be looking at Ziggy Supply Singa Pomade. Singa Pomade is a water-based clay with a strong hold. I want to thank Martin for sending me this to review. And fun fact, me and Martin used to play in the same band together. But anyways, without further ado, we're gonna take a closer look at Singa Pomade right now. And here we have Ziggy Supply Singa Pomade. Comes in this 3.5 ounce plastic tub, has a label on the lid and the sides, pretty clean and simple. And if you open it up, you'll see a light grey coloured clay inside. The scent's described as a sweet citrus scent. And to be honest, it doesn't smell like your typical citrus scent. It doesn't have that zesty kick that you'd expect, but one thing I can assure you, it is a really nice scent. The scent's really smooth and clean, and it's also pretty damn strong. I really like the scent a lot. So anyways, this is my favorite part about it. Scooping it out. Comes out like nothing. Normally with clays you expect a tougher application, but not with this one. You just need to apply a tiny bit of pressure and it comes out really easily. Breaking it down. Really creamy, really soft. Has a slightly wet feel to it, but the more you break it down, it gets more drier. Starts to feel a little bit more tacky and grippy. Going into your hair, that's where you really start to feel more of the texture and grip kick in. It will tug and pull quite a bit, but it's pretty standard with most clays anyways. I really like the application process with this because scooping it out and breaking it down is really smooth and easy. It goes into your hair without much hassle, but it still gives you a pretty good amount of hold. The ease of application doesn't sacrifice the performance of the clay, which is really awesome. And the scent, like I said before, is really strong. You'll definitely smell it throughout most of the day actually. Now with this clay, I do find that it's best not to apply too much. I do find that the more dense it gets, the more grittier it gets. And that might hinder a little bit of your styling process. And as you can tell, it's got a matte finish, which is pretty standard for a clay. Just looking at the back, despite it being a clay, still goes through pretty easily. You can still feel some of that gritty texture, but it doesn't fight your comb. Of course, it's not gonna give you a super tight slick back, but what this means is that you can opt for something cleaner or something more messier. Or you can go in between. I'm gonna start my hair now. Talk to you again soon. And I'm just gonna call that done. So as you can tell, I'm getting a medium height. My sides are being held down well right now, but it will get looser throughout the day. Despite it having a creamier consistency, I'm still getting a good amount of texture, but I can still comb it if I want to. It's definitely got a matte finish, and the scent's not overpowering, but it's definitely noticeable. So anyways, let's talk more about Singa Pomade. Now when this clay was first formulated, it was actually an unorthodox water-based pomade. The reason Martin changed it is because most Singaporeans don't really use pomades. Most of the people here tend to go for a low-maintenance, messy look, so a clay was an obvious choice. And Ziggy Supply did used to sell a clay product, but it was a white label clay. I have used it a couple of times, but to be honest, I didn't really like it. It's pretty easy to work with initially, but it doesn't give me enough hold, and it gets tougher to work with throughout the day. Singa Pomade is a massive improvement from that old clay. Not only is it easy to work with, but I get a good amount of hold, it's completely restylable throughout the day, and it's got an amazing scent. It just goes to show that a homebrewed product can perform miles better than one made in a factory. It's pretty safe to say that Singa Pomade is one of the best clays that I've used so far, and I don't even really like clays to begin with, so that really says something. Now if I really had to nitpick about Singa Pomade, I would really love to see it control my stubborn areas better. As usual, my cowlick would stick up every now and then, my sides naturally get looser, and I do find a hair or two falling out of place every now and then. Now when it comes to washing it out, rinsing it would get most of it out, but you definitely need to shampoo to get everything out. So anyways, final verdict on Ziggy Supply Singa Pomade. I give it a 4 out of 5. Definitely one of the best clays that I've used. It's really user friendly, it's got good hold, easily restylable, and it's got a great scent. What more can you ask for? I highly recommend Singa Pomade to all you clay lovers. You will not be disappointed. Definitely check it out immediately. And as per usual, more details on the blog, linked down below. So yeah, I think that's pretty much it. I hope you liked the review. Do leave a comment down below, subscribe to my channel right here, or you can check out my last video right here. I'll see you again soon. Thanks for watching.